But just in the last month, he started to fully dive in to the energy side of things too. And 1 month into that, he's experiencing quantum leap numbers that he had never experienced before.
The most important thing I could say about how I manifested it is the fact that I've continued to work on my internal mindset, internal attitude about these things.
Hello, my darlings. I have a fresh, new, super juicy manifestation success story to share with you. And this is from somebody who I know. He used scripting to manifest this huge result, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. But he also did other things as well. He has shared with me in a voice note all the information that he thought was important. And so by the end of this video, you're going to have everything you need to know to get the best results possible. Let me first introduce you to RJ Laron. RJ was a student of mine last year when I ran a YouTube growth course. I don't run that course anymore, but to this day, the students who were part of that course have a WhatsApp group that I'm also a part of. RJ shared some of his most recent wins in terms of YouTube growth in that group for us all to see. RJ is a really talented animator. He's so great at digital art, and his channel has evolved. He started off creating animation tutorials, but then one day he said he had a breakthrough and he realized, hang on a second, my animations are more than good enough for me to turn this into a channel that has amazing animations on it. He's obviously been doing the work. He's been taking the aligned action. I'll show some of the growth numbers that he was showing us almost in live time. So last week, he first showed us a screenshot and he had 177,000 views in the last 48 hours, which is very, very nice. A day later, that number changed to 729,817 views on his channel in the last 48 hours. So a huge quantum leap. And then the next day, he sent us this screenshot where he said, "We did it, first video to ever hit 1 million views." As a result of this as well, with all the views going up, more people were discovering his channel in general, even from this one video that was going viral. So his core number of subscribers had a quantum leap as well. So in this same time period, he also sent us this photo where he hit 10,000 subscribers, which was an amazing milestone for him. That was on Friday. By the way, so we're in March 2023 right now. We did this course more than a year ago. From the very beginning of the course, he actually wrote a little goal card by March 31st, 2023. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and consistently earning thousands of dollars each month. And he's signed that and he's kept that, he's laminated it, kept that goal card with him. And I've heard people like Bob Proctor speaking about this technique of having it there with you in your pocket every single day or in your wallet every single day, so that it's there to remind you, but also it's there on an energetic level with you too. He's all of a sudden hit this huge wave of momentum, and we're coming up to the end of March 2023. You know, sometimes when it comes to predicting manifestations, we often look at the past and then predict the future based on the past. So let's say, for example, if you were a YouTuber and you were gaining 100 new subscribers per month on an average month, then sometimes it can be hard to predict quantum leaps of growth. If you want to reach 100,000 subscribers, you think, oh my gosh, that would take me years to achieve, right? But what's amazing is that the universe can set a wave of momentum and exponential growth into play so that you can go from having 100 new subscribers per month, for example, to then zooming up to 10,000 subscribers. It can happen in one night, do you know what I mean? And in fact, then the very next day, the Saturday, remember the previous day, he showed us a screenshot of hitting his first 1 million views. The next day, he woke up to 2 million views. And then he also sent us, but more importantly, it was because of this. In January this year, he wrote in his journal, "I am so happy and grateful now that I am consistently getting million and more views a day with my shorts, with my YouTube shorts." And that's very specific. So 2 months ago, he wrote that down. This huge spike of growth that he's had, these more than 1 million views per day, is from YouTube Shorts. So that is an exact manifestation right there. The following day, he sent us this screenshot where the numbers have doubled again. We're up to 4 million views here, and he doubled his number of subscribers 48 hours from Friday to Sunday. He went from 10,000 to 20,000 subscribers. And just in the couple of days after recording this footage, while I'm editing this video, RJ's subscribers have doubled again, and he's over 40,000 subscribers right now. So what can we learn from this? Would you describe this as an overnight success? Or is this actually the result of the years of action that he's put into his craft, years of dedication to becoming a great animator, an artist, and then definitely over a year of dedication to creating content on YouTube? There's that expression where people talk about, like I'm a 10-year overnight success. Let this be inspiring for you if maybe you've been putting in the work, working on your craft, growing your skills, putting things out there, whether that's creating content or whether that's something totally different. If you feel like the results aren't coming, or if you feel like you're trying to predict your future based on the results you've got so far and it doesn't look good, let this be an example of what might be right there in your vibrational vortex waiting to come through. And when it comes through, it doesn't have to make sense compared to the numbers that you got in the past, compared to the growth or the speed of growth that you had in the past. Was this a 48-hour manifestation? Technically, yes, but wasn't it also a manifestation that he has created over a number of years? Also, yes. That's the results. Now let's dive deeper into the real truth of how he did it. We're in for a real treat here because RJ actually sent me a voice note where he goes into so much detail about what his day to day has looked like.
I'm not yet done, by the way, because as you know, my goal is 100,000 subscribers by the end of the month, which on a pace, yes, it will happen very soon. But basically, for me, how I manifested it is just applying what I'm learning from a certain book called Working with the Law. And obviously, my mentor is Bob Proctor, and I'm listening to that almost every day for the past 6 months, right? Some days I don't, but most of the time I do. And it kind of became a habit for me to really internalize what was being taught in that book. It's in YouTube, actually. It's called Working with the Law, Bob Proctor and Mary Morrissey or something like that. I'm listening to it right now as I'm working through my animations. Basically, it's all about how you use the mind and how you understand the laws of the universe and apply it in your own life. So there are certain concepts over there that I've internalized throughout this journey as I work every single day, 10 to 12 hours daily, just drawing every day. May seem boring sometimes, but that's just how I do things. Whenever there's a thought that I cannot do it, right now I'm at that stage of my life where any doubt, fear, or anything I can catch, because I can hear the words of Bob Proctor and Mary Morrissey discrediting those negative beliefs about whether or not I will achieve the goals. So the most important thing I could say about how I manifested it is the fact that I've continued to work on my internal mindset, internal attitude about these things. The law of supply, the law of thinking, what you think will literally happen. There was a good month where I listened to Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. It's a 30-minute recording on YouTube. It's basically this idea that what you think about will happen, right? And to my understanding, that's really what's happening right now is I'm just continuing to apply that concept and believing that that's true, right? Mind you, like I'm still susceptible for any negative beliefs, like doubts, like people don't believe, like I mean comments are pouring in where there's way more negative comments about my animation being cringy and all this stuff. But like there's a section of the book where it talks about the law of non-resistance. So like whenever I feel a little bit of doubt because of the negative comments that's coming out, there's that voice or there's that recording of law of non-resistance where you don't resist those things because those are signs of good.
So RJ mentioned a couple of books that he's been listening to on repeat during his 12-hour days of animation. So imagine the amount of immersion that he is doing right now. He's completely immersing his mind into the teachings of his favorite law of attraction teachers, manifestation teachers like Bob Proctor, Earl Nightingale that he mentioned there. I talk a lot about how we manifest whatever we are dominantly vibrating, whatever we are dominantly focused on. And sometimes the only way to switch things into a positive direction in terms of abundance, success, and manifestation is by taking these, you could call them extreme measures, and totally dominating your mindset, your thoughts, every waking moment with what you want, not going into those low vibe limiting belief stories. He also says he's a human too. He gets those doubts, but he's good at catching them early on, and that's a fantastic skill. So it's not necessarily about how you're not allowed to think anything negative. It's about how can you bounce back from them, how can you catch them, how can you transmute them, how can you reframe things as quickly as possible. If it's not going to affect your life in 5 years, don't give it 5 minutes of your time.
Having this goal in my mind is really important, but also what I'm doing every single day in my mind on top of the work that you have to do is important, because I've come to a point where yes, I've tried working like just using the masculine energy to just work hard, all that stuff, but it didn't really happen until I calm myself down to the point where yes, I understand this laws of the universe is working 24/7. It doesn't stop. So why would I kind of like fret, worry, fear, and all this stuff as I work through my goal? Because that was me. Like before, like just a month ago, I was just kind of like worrying too much whether or not I will. There's that chase that's going on. It's like I need to work hard because this is what it takes to make it happen. So basically, bottom line is the mindset is really important. Setting goal, having a good mindset, and just believing the laws of the universe, and making sure that even though things happen, circumstances, if you allow yourself to be affected. I mean, I get affected, but the switch where, okay, stop being affected right now. You got your 5 minutes of down moment. Now think of something that's positive, right? Like it's my advice for YouTube is not, it's not really like, oh, just because I'm doing animation it's all that stuff. Like I don't believe that's the key. Like I believe that that's just my personal formula, and my personal formula for YouTube is basically can be replicated with the right mindset and right goals that you have to set for yourself, all this stuff. Anyway, have a good one, Lucie.
I love what he said at the end there, in case there might be some people thinking, oh, it must be because he's making animation videos right now and maybe I should start doing that, or he's doing YouTube shorts, maybe I should do that. You could follow the same formula of physical action and not necessarily get the same results, unless the energy, the energetics, the mindset, how you're feeling about yourself, your belief system about what's possible for you, immersing your mind in that, having a regulated nervous system. It's interesting to connect the dots looking backwards. The fact that even this change, this dedication that RJ is putting in to his energy, to approaching the same work from a calmer, more certain, more allowing energy instead of the chasing energy which he said he had before. He made that change a month ago. He was building up all that abundance in his vibrational vortex for well over a year, and if we look at his whole animation career, goodness knows how many years. But just in the last month, he started to fully dive in to the energy side of things too, allowing the divine feminine energy that he also possesses to flow through. Completely changed the way he's approaching, how he feels about what he's doing, not chasing, having a calm nervous system, immersing his mindset in Bob Proctor, Elle Nightingale, and these other amazing teachers. And 1 month into that, he's experiencing quantum leap numbers that he had never experienced before. So if that's not enough of evidence and proof and motivation for you, for me, to dedicate ourselves to the real work, let this video be your sign that it's time to prioritize your energy, your vibration all day long. Let that become your number one job, work, and priority. It will make the 3D work and hustling or whatever it is that you might be doing, it will make that turn into growth. It will pour growth onto any 3D physical action that you are taking. So a huge big thank you and shout out to RJ once again for sharing all of that. I feel like there was no gatekeeping there, you know, he really wanted to reverse engineer everything that he's been doing to truly get this growth that he's experiencing right now. If you like animation, if you want to support a rising YouTuber, definitely go and check out his channel. He's a seriously talented animator. I'll put his YouTube channel in the description below. Send him a message, comment on some of his posts encouragingly. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that and to receive your support. And anytime that you see a win from somebody else, anytime you see the evidence of manifestation happening, allow it to evoke emotions of excitement, optimism, gratitude, to add more certainty to your belief about what's possible for you in this universe where the law works the same way for us all. After all, there is no lack caused by someone else winning. I know that this video was a massive piece of the jigsaw puzzle for a lot of people. If you got some value from this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to stay tuned for more amazing videos like this one, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. If you want more details of how to work with me, whether that's one-on-one coaching, whether that is regarding my nutrition and wellness business, mentor people how to partner with me in that industry as well, or if you'd like to access my monthly live transformational events, all of the information is down in the description. Until next time, bye.